To Arsenal now, and their boss Mikel Arteta wasn't giving much away on the fitness of some of his key players at his news conference this morning. He gave no update on whether Bukayo Saka, William Saliba and Leandro Trossard will be available for the Saturday night football against Chelsea. All three pulled out of international duty due to injuries. It was Saka who was the main focus of questions today. He missed the Man City game before the break, and concern is growing over the number of minutes he's playing for club and country.
He's been working so hard there to be fit for this game, and let's see where he is at today. So yeah, he had a couple of days off that he needed as well, but the rest, unfortunately, as well, is not being rest for him because he needs to do the treatment and train and get ready to be able against Chelsea.
You talk about young players and burnout, and do you sometimes, do you as a club or you as a person have to say to them, look, you need to stop playing for a bit because they want to play every week, and sometimes you need to control a player burning out?
Yeah, obviously it's our responsibility to monitor them, and but as well it's about relation to the days off that they get, you know, and the way we train, and can we take certain parts of training out, because it's not only about the minutes when they are on the field, because sometimes we want to rest them there, but we ask them to be 3 hours on the field. We're not making them a big favor, so there is some balance there, but at the end, you know, when you want to be a top player, you have to be able to play every 3 days and play 65 to 70 games. Is what it is.
I was going to say, you said that last season as well. Do you still feel that, even with sort of Bukayo's struggles now, that he needs to play sort of 65, 70 games, or has it changed the way you think you need to manage him?
No, I think we have to play when we see that he's in the right condition to play as well, you know, mentally, physically, and that he's performing. He needs to deserve to play, and that's another story. But so far, when he's played that amount of minutes a game, is because we believe that he was ready to cope with that.
Let's remind you of the state of play if you need reminding. The win over the champions, Man City, actually took Arsenal level on points with North London rivals Tottenham at the top of the Premier League. It was a landmark win, wasn't it, for Arteta's side? But he's urged his players to not get too carried away ahead of tomorrow's trip to Stamford Bridge.
That's the last experience, the last feeling that we had between us, and it was a beautiful one. You could sense in the atmosphere the importance of the game, and the way we won it and how we competed against that team. But it's just a game, and now it's about having the consistency and keeping the standards very, very high, because the next game against Chelsea is going to be even harder.
Here's a graphic where Chelsea feature, not in that last one, were they? Arteta comes up against a familiar face in the technical area tomorrow. He and Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino, well, they were teammates in their playing careers, and he's spoken very highly about Pochettino today.
It was my first professional opportunity in Paris, and we just arrived at the same time. We lived together in a hotel for 3 months. He was critical. He's been one of the most influential persons in my football career, first of all as a player. Without him, he took me under the arm like this, and he looked after me like a little child, a little brother, and it was a big part of the success I had in Paris. It was because of him, because he really looked after me, gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of advice, and he's been a role model for me since that day. Not only when I was a player, but as a manager as well, because we have to make the decision to leave playing and start my coaching career. He had a big say on that, and I will be always grateful to what he's done for me.
You said you spoke to him when you finished playing. I just wondered what his advice to you was.
Don't go into coaching, it's too hard.